Summer Games Fest? More like Summer Gay Fest. How about it? My gaming co-host. Welcome back to Games Watch.
There were no games.
There's no games. Nintendo Switch had games. Nintendo Switch 2 has no games.
Yeah, there's never any games.
Games. Infinite games. But no games. This is the struggle of our time. Welcome back to Game Baiters.
Yeah, the only reason I watched the Jeff Keighley stuff is because
you think he's cute.
They're just fun to make fun of because all the games suck. He
The
had some
only good-
crazy shoes on. You're gonna see, actually.
I'll look at his awesome crazy shoes. I'll look at that crazy ass white boy's shoes. The only good Jeff Keighley moment was like the Disco Elysium guy who would go to the asylum thanking Marx and Engels personally before being institutionalized for multiple years, as all good artists are.
I'll find it. So I'm gonna have to get a screenshot from the actual thing. I don't care. Show me his shoes.
Show me his feet. Show me his feet.
Here we are. Wait, show you around here.
You're very anti-foot. I just remembered that.
Yeah. Check this out. Look in Hermes.
Yeah.
Check out that fit.
Wow. Dude, these pants. What's going on with the pants? Why are they bunching up like sweatpants?
I know.
Like, you'd think he would know how to go to a tailor. Isn't he like a multi-millionaire? Like, This is horrible. I'll pin it to the homies channel, Editing Rosa, so you can find it. My keyboard. I spilled coffee on my keyboard, and now it's all fucky.
Right.
That's my excuse to build a nice mechanical keyboard. With silent linear switches, which I'd recommend other people do. What's up, little comers? It's Composting, back at it again. The most prideful podcast in the whole galaxy. I am your dyke host, as always, Rosa, joined by my transgender co-host, Kite Unijoy.
I'm not transgender.
Transsexual co-host, Kite
I'm not
Unijoy.
transsexual.
Cisgender co-host,
Thank you.
Kite Unijoy. You just happens to live a large portion of your life as a man. That just happens to some cis women.
Yeah.
It happened to me, you know.
Sometimes
I've been there, sister. I've
things
been there.
get it mixed up. Not much you can do about it.
There's a fucked up mistake. It says Emma on all my documents. I don't know why. I'm a cis woman. It doesn't make sense. You know, because I got my eyebrows done today. See, like that's not something that non-cis women would do. Okay. And you also have very well kept eyebrows, may I say?
Mine.
Yeah, you have very nice eyebrows.
I don't do my eyebrows.
I haven't seen your. I've never looked at your eyebrows, which tells me that you ain't got that Nikita. What was it, Brezhnev that had the fucked up eyebrows?
Brezhnev had some fucked up eyebrows.
Brezhnev had a couple of caterpillars crawling around in his face. Anyway, what type of gaming you been doing lately?
What games I've been playing through Deltarune. Deltarune chapters 3 and 4 came out the other day.
How is it?
Yeah, I mean I haven't made it to the, because I started it ages ago, but I just didn't finish it. So I just went through 1 and 2 again, and now after this I'm gonna go play 3. But yeah, I mean it's like a Toby Fox game, so it's good. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, Earthbound Halloween mod was really good. That's the only Toby Fox game that I've ever beaten. Like 100%ed.
You haven't played Undertale?
I beat Undertale pacifist and neutral, but the genocide route. I got soft locked and then I quit.
Oh, I'd get soft locked.
There's only one way to get soft locked. I managed to do it.
What is it?
And like the lava area, if you
Mhm.
miss one thing, you can't go back,
Oh,
and then you're soft locked.
that's crazy.
Yep, I'm kind of a gaming goddess. Speaking of, sub to the YouTube. We're gonna play Dark Souls soon.
Hell yeah.
We could do it this week if you want, or this weekend. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, Deltarune's gonna peak.
That's yeah. I saw that there's a knockoff of Falco in it, which I don't fuck with messing around with copyright law. It's not something I vibe with. Okay. Okay.
It's kind of cool though. I mean, all the.
You seem like somebody that would play Amori.
Yeah, I've played Amori. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that adds up. Yep.
It's a pretty good game. It's more like Deltarune than it is Undertale.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Why, have you not played Amori?
No, because I knew an Amori kid when I was in high school. You know what I mean? Smells bad. Carried around an Amori plushie wherever they went. Would shut the fuck up about Amori and how peak it is. They would wear an Amori shirt to school every day, and they had an Amori plush on their backpack.
I don't know, man. Sounds like poor autistic child who likes Amori. Amori is pretty good though. I'd recommend it. It is like 30 hours of gameplay though.
30 hours of gaming. The only way I would play Amori is for content with you.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, except I do want to do gaming videos where we just play like the first bit of an RPG and just play no more. That would be really funny.
How long have I played in Amori? So I only done one playthrough. Yeah, it's like 31 hours for like a single playthrough, which is actually like pretty.
Reading.
I mean, some of it.
I mean,
it's not like a voiced game, so there is like a bit of reading.
I fuck with the Mother trilogy like a lot. Like I've played Mother 1. That's how you know I'm fucking committed.
I played a bit of Earthbound, but I just like couldn't get into it.
Dude, Earthbound playthrough 1. That'd be hype.
Yeah,
Earthbound
maybe.
Mother 3 is like one of the best games ever made. You're missing out if you're not playing Mother 3. Because every other like indie RPG is just trying to be Mother 3 and Earthbound and failing miserably. Because Shigesaki
I don't know if that's true. Every indie RPG.
Like half of them, bro.
I'd say like a fair chunk of them, but I wouldn't say that all of them.
Very interesting, Mrs. Eulajoy. Very, very interesting indeed. Have you? Oh, dude, we could play Earthbound Halloween mod. It says the F slur in it, and that's awesome.
Yeah.
Just like Donald Parkinson did.
Yeah, no.
It was funny. I can't believe he said that.
Did he say it on the episode?
Yeah, he said the F slur. He's a cis het white man.
That's crazy.
God bless him for it. God bless his soul, man. We've got to get. I think that we've really hit our stride.
Mm-hmm.
With you as the co-host. I mean, this is episode 65, which is the 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. This is the 6th or 7th episode we've recorded together, depending on how you want to count it.
Awesome.
Yeah. Oh no, should we keep her around? Let me know. Leave a comment. The company is undecided. The board is undecided. What have you been up to?
Just working really. And then playing Deltarune.
Nice. You're switching to weekly uploads?
For my main channel.
Yep. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Just cause like more content, more eyes, etc. But I don't know if I have the time to do something like that. I think I'll trial it for a while. I'm not gonna get a video out this week, but I'll do one on Deltarune next week because it's like a trending game.
It's true.
But things
you could talk about the you talked about the Ubermensch of Dark Souls. You could talk about like the Aryan Hood of knockoff Falco.
Yeah, maybe. I know there's not. You can't really make like a strong video essay on Deltarune, or at least I can't, because the
I
game's
don't
like
know.
the game's not finished. So
And honestly, I like as someone who played Undertale and like kind of enjoyed it. It's not, it's not Shakespeare, you know.
what, Undertale?
Yeah.
Undertale's peak.
Am
I
I
really
a
like
hater?
Undertale.
Am I a hater?
I think
Well,
so.
you're like a fucking big fan that what's that like shit fucking what Mr. English with the diaper fascist
Oh, what,
thing?
Homestuck?
Yeah, Homestuck.
Yeah, Homestuck is really good.
Yeah. Happy Pride Month. This is our Pride episode.
But no, do you not think Undertale was that good?
I think it's overrated. I think it was a cute game. I enjoyed playing it, but people talk about it like it's I don't know.
I know.
I
I don't.
think
I
it's
don't think it's that
overrated.
overrated. I think it's got a.
Okay.
I think back in the day, it had a pretty rabid fan base, and that
No,
made a
it's like
lot of people think that it was.
2017.
What's 2017?
It was. I'm saying like, I don't know. A lot of what I'm talking about is like 2017 type shit. You know.
Yeah, and it did have a pretty like ass fan base, but that doesn't. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe for
except
you, but it
I
doesn't
don't
take
know.
away from like how good the game is.
When it comes to
Because
like
there's a lot
video
of
games, it's just like a bad fan base does something to like turn me off of a video game. A way that it doesn't for like a show or a movie or a
yeah.
band or anything else like that.
I mean that's kind of my entire experience of like enjoying Homestuck. Is there's just a bunch of people who are like either on like Tumblr or like Reddit when they were like younger, saw that there were like a lot of people who really liked Homestuck, and now they've got some like pretentious ass like, oh, I don't like the thing that all these people are obsessed with, and it's
That's
that like
fair.
that's cool, man, but like it's like good. So like maybe like get over yourself. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. Except okay, it's just one of Homestuck for sure is just one of those. Same thing with Omori are just like two of those things where I know myself to where if I were to try it, I wouldn't be able to take it seriously.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe
a
I'm
real
an asshole.
disservice. Yeah, I
But
think
yeah, I think that
you're
makes
giving a
me an
real
asshole.
disservice to both of those
Yeah,
game and
maybe
comic.
maybe I need to maybe I don't value other forms of art enough. Because
Because
I'll give like movies with horrible fan bases honest shots.
yeah, because I mean, like I was kind of the same when I was like maybe in like high school. I really liked Undertale, but I saw how like I guess like cringe the fan base was, and I sort of like I don't want to be super like associated with those guys. But then I realized that like I know they're like different, and they express how much they like the game differently to me. But like I don't think that should. I don't think
Yeah, I mean
trying to
like
distance myself and making myself like one of the good Undertale fans. I feel like that's just like
that is a funny
it's just like
statement.
so much worse than like
I
just
was a good
enjoying the game.
Undertale fans. Oh, like I mean I like Eva, and I like fucking hate Eva fans. You know.
I don't really know any Ava fans, but
I knew, cause like every time you see an Eva fan on Twitter, they're like, "I love pedophilia,
hmm.
I love Hitler," you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a little different between Homestuck, right?
Well,
Like,
they're not evil and Hitlerian.
yeah, they're just a
They're
little
just
bit
annoying,
cringe.
which is worse. That's worse than anything, you know.
I don't know, man. Cringe culture is so like dead. If you're still like avoiding things because you deem it as cringe, that's like more cringe than any cringe culture.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
I don't know, man.
Uh,
People just like trying to live their lives, and if they express their love for something in a way that you deem like unacceptable, then yeah, maybe it is like time to like just get over yourself.
I guess, but I mean, it's like I don't know. I all that I could think about is the Russian Amori musical. Maybe it is peak.
I haven't seen anything of that.
Yeah, there's a Russian Omori musical.
Maybe I'll check it out.
That's
Don't know.
kenography. That's kenography, bro.
I feel like Amori probably isn't that suited to being a musical, but I don't know. I'll take a look at it after the podcast.
I mean, they made Anne Frank into a musical.
Yeah, I think they did a Jujutsu Kaisen live show as well.
Except it's called Slam Frank. It's a hip hop musical, and she's a Latina
Oh.
and non-binary.
But yeah, I just think you miss out on so many good things if you take the game or the show or whatever it is based on your judgments of the people who are interested in it.
I guess, yeah.
Right, because I think if I'm thinking of like the most annoying group on the internet, it'd probably be communists. But I mean that doesn't mean that like Marx's writings are like dog shit, right?
Oh yeah.
And if I was
totally.
to like, and if I was to be like, oh, well, these communists are fucking annoying, and I kind of hate 90% of them, I'm not gonna read Marx. Then
yeah, I guess a lot of it is like remnants of like me being a self-hating queer person, you know. To a certain extent when it comes to these fan bases and the makeup within them.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, happy Pride Month. We're gonna put a donate link. Do you know a UK trans charity?
Transaid Cymru.
Yep. Transaid what?
Cymru.
Cymru.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have a link. We're gonna have a link to that in the description and to Trans Lifeline. If you'd like to help trans people in the United States or in the UK, either one works. A little bit helps.
I think Transaid Cymru might be Wales only.
Oh, in Wales. Well, I guess this makes sense for both. This is paying for both of them. We'll do that in the description. Pick your favorite host. Donate to that one or to both. And whatever like fucking small amount of YouTube revenue we get from this, we'll just put in the charity. I'll double it because it's probably gonna be like very little. It'll be like at most $6, but you know, I'm poor, man. I don't know what you want from me. Anyway, Wes Anderson, probably tied for being my favorite director in the game right now with Jonathan Glazer. Do you like Wes Anderson, Kite?
Not really.
You're not a big Wes Anderson head? That's shocking.
Yeah. This is the first Wes Anderson film that I've sat through the entirety of.
You've quit watching other Wes Anderson films.
Yeah.
Damn. Which one?
Fuck, off the top of my head. Wait, let me search up Wes Anderson films because I don't remember the names of these. Wes Anderson.
Because our if we're looking at the composting power ranking, our number 2 highest rated film is a Wes Anderson film.
Isle of Dogs, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, and maybe Grand Budapest Hotel. You
didn't make it through. What? Did you just not give them a shot? What the fuck?
No, I watched it, like, because I was really interested in the films. I thought they looked cool, but nah, it's not for me.
Damn, what the fuck? Huh. Anyway, we watched 2025's The Phoenician Scheme, directed by Wes Anderson and starring Benicio del Toro and Mia Threapleton. Threapleton. However the fuck that last name is.
Threapleton?
Threapleton.
Is it?
Maybe, yeah. That sounds more accurate than whatever I said. And Mia Threapleton. What'd you think?
Yeah, it was fine, I guess. I don't know. It was kind of boring. I liked Richard Ayoade, but that's because I like Richard Ayoade. But yeah, no, it was kind of snooze.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah.
Damn. I loved it. I didn't love it. I really enjoyed it. It's not his best work. It's far from his best work. But I thought it was great. It reminded me a bit of Grand Budapest Hotel, where it's this just sort of whimsical romp going from place to place, following Benicio del Toro, who's this sort of like ruthless businessman, trying to build a dam and secure funding for the dam after a giant conspiracy unfolded against him. I really enjoy it. And he reunites with his estranged daughter, who's studying to be a nun, and then starts smoking chill weed vibes. And I think it's great. Michael Cera was in it. This is one of the best Michael Cera roles I've ever seen. Bryan Cranston was in it. That's awesome. I love you. I love you, Bryan Cranston. You sexy man. You absolute sexy beast. He gets engaged to his second cousin. His plane gets shot down multiple times. It's great. It's very funny. It's very funny. It tickled my funny bone until I chuckled all over the damn place. And it's probably my favorite movie that I've seen from this year.
Yeah, because it's a comedy. Yeah, I think the final nail in the coffin for this film, for me, was there was about like 30 minutes of runtime left. And there was some guy whose face I recognized, and so I searched up the film, and it was like dark comedy. And that was when I learned that it was a comedy.
You didn't find anything about it funny?
I don't think I cracked a smile.
What
I didn't
the
realize
fuck?
I didn't realize it was a comedy until like it was almost over.
Did you see it in a theater?
No, I watched it at home.
Well, it's awesome. It's on streaming already. Everyone was laughing in the theater. It got a bunch of laughs out of me.
At what?
At the jokes. The crossbow bit is great. I like the bit where he says, "I've not personally killed any of my wives." That's great. I enjoyed the stupid basketball bit. I thought that was really funny, where they play basketball. I enjoyed it's a very absurdist comedy. It's absurd. It's surrealist comedy. A lot of it just comes from this understated absurdity. I found it funny for the same reason I find Max My Love a very funny comedy film. I don't know. I quite jive with Wes Anderson's style of humor. I love the most stunning thing about this film, as always, is the cinematography and the color grading. I thought were just brilliant. You know, he has a great eye for how to point a camera in the right place. He's probably the best at pointing a camera in the right place. You know, Bruno Del Bono did the cinematography for this. He's known for Emile, and I thought that they made a great team. From the jump, I was very much so blown away by how painterly and pretty these shots are. I love the scene of him in his bathtub with nurses tending to him, and there's all of these little visual gags with the nurses as he's being cared for, and it's a very beautiful scene. It's just a very pretty movie. I thought the relationship between him and his daughter was very sweet, but my favorite part of this movie was the scenes in which he dies. And it goes into black and white, and you see him in heaven on trial at the gates, reflecting on his past. It's sort of like a fucking Ghost of Christmas Future type situation. And I thought it was lovely. I love these scenes of introspection as a reprieve from the quite funny film into a look inside this very clinical, bad yet caring person that we see portrayed by Del Toro in this staunch capitalist of Zaza Corta. You there?
Yeah.
Would you think about what I had to say?
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, like, it looks nice, but, like, it's like his thing, right? It's just like every movie. So that's why, like, people, like, post his, like, pictures on Tumblr. Right?
What do you think about the black and white scenes and the religious aspects?
Yeah, it was cool. I know. I feel like it, like, didn't go anywhere, though. It was just, like, there, so he's, like, dead.
Would you say it's full... What do you think about it as a philosopher?
As a philosopher?
Yeah, as a philosopher, philosophize.
I don't think the film was saying that much to be philosophized on.
How'd you not know that was a fucking comedy?
Because I wasn't laughing or smiling, I guess.
What the fuck? Do you be told the film's a comedy for you to realize that beforehand?
Well, no, I feel like in most comedies, I get it because I'm like laughing, because that's like the point of a comedy, right?
I mean, I guess I really
Like if you have to be told like a horror film is a horror film because you're not scared in the slightest, then it's probably missed the mark on being a horror film.
Damn. Are there any? What was your favorite part?
I like Richard Ayoade. He was in the IT Crowd by Graham. Like My Wife Left Me or something. I don't remember his name. But no, he's just like he's. I mean, I really like him as a comedian.
He plays a left-leaning social democrat in the jungle, fighting for capitalism with a human face or whatever, aka a Marxist-Leninist. Bang bang bang, boom boom boom, pow pow pow, pow 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 pow, boom boom.
But yeah, no, I do like him. He had like a cool outfit on.
That's true. Here's the thing. ML's new hot aura farm back in like the 60s, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's why people at MLs now. It's like hype moments and aura.
Oh, yeah, same reason that people are like Nazis and fascists.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It just didn't do a lot for me.
You could smile or laugh once.
I'm trying to think.
I've never.
I think I smiled when I was like, oh, that's the comedian I like. It's Richard Ayoade.
I've never met.
And then I think also when it was
Wes
like
Anderson before.
Also, when Bryan Cranston was there, so I was the Walter White. But then that falls into like another thing that I didn't really like about the film. Is at like some point I realized that it was just sort of like Marvel with like here's all these like famous faces. How many do you recognize? And it's like great.
No.
Yeah, there are a bunch of famous people in there.
Well, he's a notable director. I don't know, famous people want to work with Wes Anderson because he's at the forefront of innovative, forward-thinking cinema.
Yeah, and like sure that might be true, but for me, once I like see like a bunch of famous people, it isn't. I just think it takes the whole thing down because it's just like I know, like every time I see like Bryan Cranston, it's like it's so well white, you know.
And Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, and he was there for like 5 minutes maybe. It's just like
I thought with his giant beard, it was very funny.
It just seems like he has like a lot of money, and he likes letting people know that he has a lot of money.
Wes Anderson?
Yeah, I swear I saw something of like he was like, oh, I made like £4,000 off like Moonrise Kingdom or something. But then I saw some other guy talking. Apparently, he's got some like millionaire who like bankrolls his films.
Let me check what the budget. I don't know. It's an Indian paintbrush production. This isn't like a blockbuster. Let me see what the budget was. Can you think of anything that you liked about it besides the actors that you recognize?
I liked you know when they were in like the desert and they're like the assassins. They had like cool outfits on.
Yeah.
And I like the pipe the non-woman smokes out of. It's like a corn pipe. Yeah, like £5 if you go to a tobacconist.
Yeah. Its budget isn't public info. I'm gonna check what Grand Budapest Hotel's budget was. Grand Budapest Hotel's budget was only 31 million. Oh, these aren't like huge budget blockbusters, you know?
Yeah, but they got huge budget people in them.
Yeah, because they want to work with Wes Anderson, not because he's paying them a bunch of money.
Yeah, but my point still stands. Maybe not the one about him wanting to show off money, but at the point where it's just like a marvel of like how many famous faces you can recognize.
I don't know. Like, I'd agree if they didn't play the roles very well. Like, I know that these are like well-known actors, but like Del Toro plays the role really well, even though like I don't know, Del Toro's a famous fucking actor. I mean, the guy was in like fucking tons of shit, you know?
I don't know. It just doesn't really do it for me.
Damn, what the fuck, man? This is crazy. Did you like this? Did you like the shot composition?
Yeah, but like, cause I did watch some like reviews of
You're
it
cutting out.
afterwards to.
You're cutting out.
Yeah, because I watched some like reviews of it afterwards, and then I just like I've just never really gone along with like Wes Anderson films. So I was like, maybe I'm like missing something, and like everyone like the first thing they say is like, oh, it looks really nice, and that's like exactly what you said as well. And I feel like I know that is like what he's known for, right? If he couldn't get that right, which is like the baseline for Wes Anderson, I feel like I don't know, maybe he's like lost being Wes Anderson. So like yeah, it like looked nice, but that's like standard for him, is it not?
I mean, yeah, I guess, but I think he is the best eye for shot design in the film industry currently.
Yeah, probably.
I think that more so than that, like even if it was just superficially pretty, I enjoy films like this because I think that they're just quite wonderful, universally enjoyable, whimsical stories that are something out of a storybook that I really quite enjoy. They're quite magical, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, if you like it for that reason, then that's like props to you. But yeah, it just doesn't do much for me.
Damn, wow. What would you give out of 15?
Like a 6.5 probably.
Damn. Mid 2 stars?
Yeah.
I was thinking a 11.5 out of 15. Putting this film as a 18 out of 30, which makes it tied with Penguin's Memory, Comic Book Confidential, and Will and Harper. Did you like it more or less than Comic Book Confidential?
I mean, I feel like that's hard to rank because Comic Book Confidential isn't like a film; it's like a documentary.
I'm gonna put above Penguin's Memory.
Alright.
That puts it between Belladonna of Sadness and A Penguin's Memory, A Tale of Happiness. Yeah. What's this? It's the doctor. Oh no! The doctor says I ate too much smacking and my belly's gonna get sick. Oh no! Thank you, Smackin', for sponsoring this episode. Kite, how many seeds would a sunflower seed if a sunflower could seed?
I don't know. Like 100 maybe?
The Smackin' crew have answered the question. And they've responded. Over 12 flavors is what they've told me. Ranging from dill pickle to cinnamon churro to my personal favorite, black pepper. If you're loving understated type flavor, but if you want to go even further, go for their VOG, which to us white folk means salt, apparently. What do you think? What do you think about Smackin', Kite?
They pay us.
I'm smacking my belly because it's so grotesquely fat after stuffing my lard ass with Smackin'. Sure, you could go Smackin'. That's spelled SMACKIN. Sunflowerseeds.com/littlecummer. Spelled LILCUMMER. You can get 10% off your order of Smackin' and support the show. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah, you'd know that. What's your favorite flavor of Smackin'? Backyard barbecue. Say backyard.
Backyard barbecue.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
The barbecue flavor.
Isn't that so savory and good? Sometimes you eat the full seed just because you love them that much. You even spit out the shell. You eat the whole fucking seed. Like some sort of like anteater. Watching you eat your Smackin' is like watching an anteater commit a omnicide on an entire anthill when I put a bowl of Smackin' in the Mildly Funny Productions studio. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
Smackin'. It's food. Is it food? Is Smackin' food or is it like a snack?
I've never had sunflower seeds in my life.
No, you have.
Oh yeah, I mean I have.
You
But
had
I have
Smackin', not normal
amnesia,
sunflower seeds.
and I don't remember.
I think Smack is more than food. It's a lifestyle. If you want to support your Smackin' lifestyle, go Smackin' sunflowerseeds.com/littlecomer. Get 10% off. Support the show. Make sure to apply your code at checkout. They'll give you on the website when you go. Thanks, Smackin'. They're smacktastic.
Thank you, Smacking.
Anyway.
We watched another film. It was called Pride, and it came out in 2014. And it's about the lesbians and gays support the minors.
A minor.
Yeah.
They not like us, bro. They not like us.
What did you think?
I thought it was great. This is about a British gay and lesbian group supporting the coal miners' strike in the UK during the Thatcher administration, and then the backwards Welsh culture and the gays realize we're not so different after all. We're united in our chains. And I also learned that apparently the Troubles are a result of bad communication, which I didn't know. A character says, I come from Northern Ireland. I know what happens when people don't communicate. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I'm not that sure. But it's a true story. Came out 2014. I liked it. I like that it opened up on Solidarity Forever. Shout out the Wobblies.
They're still going, by the way. Lesbians and gays support the minors.
Oh, that's fantastic. I thought you were going to say
Yeah.
the Wobblies. I was going to say I would
No.
I would know.
Yeah, no. I was at like a bar, maybe like a year ago, and there's some guys like they only had one of their shirts on, so I'm with them. And then I
Fuck
spat in the bucket and punched him in the nose.
You said unions are petite bourgeois. Sit in your armchair. Sit down. I thought it was a really sweet movie about class solidarity. And I thought what was your favorite part of it?
Probably the Welsh bits. I've got a whole list on my telephone.
Oh, more telephone. I like the ending where the coal miners march at Pride, which is a tradition that Ayoade continues by posting coal on her Twitter every day.
That almost got a tear out of me. Because when the buses show up, they do like a slowed down version of the Welsh national anthem, and it got to me. I was like, holy shit, dude!
You felt
Long
patriotic?
Yeah, dude. I'm a Welsh nationalist.
It's like Mao said, every good communist is a patriot. Yeah.
And
that's why I'm a Zionist.
I think Eddie League Smith said that as well.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a communist because I love my country.
You're gonna have to censor this, but I said I was gonna call my friends. I never said Leaguer's name out loud before. I called him a Leaguer.
Unlucky.
Not good, folks. You can't say that. I thought it was his name. You'd think that would be how it was pronounced. I thought it would. I thought I was just thinking lick her, I wasn't thinking slurs. I wasn't. I will say I'm gonna talk about what I didn't like. You know what really grinds my gears?
What?
The fact that all of the licensed music in this is fantastic and wonderful and fitting, and every single song that they made for the movie sounds like U2 without the vocals and pharmaceutical ads.
Yeah.
And I hate U2.
Some of the
walks
dialogue
the
was
pharmaceutical industry.
a little bit wacky as well.
Yeah, some of these the head of lesbians and gays support the minors. He had some pretty L-Riz moments, but all of the union leaders had W-Riz moments, except for the homophobe, who I think should have been kneecapped. We're gonna have to censor this out, but I ever tell you what? I was the HR lead at the IWW of Rochester, New York.
The what?
The IWW of Rochester.
What is that?
The International Workers of the World, the Wobblies.
Oh, right.
And this fucking guy who wore Ushanka, unironically, with a PSL badge on it. who talked about Hoi 4, sexually harassed one of our members, and I sat him down in a dark room with a goon behind me, and if I ever saw him in this place again, or marching anywhere near us again, that I would... I've done it before, I'll do it again. And if he thought about...
Man.
Can't put that in. Can't put that in the episode. I was 18, by the way, which is the best part. And a goon. I'm not even kidding. A goon behind me. It was awesome.
Get a goon.
Yeah, goon. Man, I love having a goon. Well, no. No. We're not saying that. We're not saying that we love having a goon. We're not gonna say that. I didn't like the weird main character thing that they tried to do with the one guy.
Oh, the one who dies of AIDS?
Not the one who dies of AIDS, like the one who gets outed.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like it would have just been better as an ensemble cast. I really like the unfortunate reality that we'll never have solidarity as long as like weird lesbians exist who want to make their women safe spaces. That was annoying. Shaking my fist at the femoids. What was your favorite part other than the bus thing? Because mine was the the Welsh grandma lady.
Yeah, I mean, anytime that there's a Welsh person on screen or they're in Wales, it was like kind of peak. It's such an accurate... I think it's the most accurate depiction I've seen of Wales in anything ever, except for real life, obviously. To the point where, like, the people, like, the Welsh people in the film, like, I could literally be like, that's this person from my life, that's this person from my life. Like, I've met these people before, and I've had, like, the conversations they're, like, having. It's just...
Which
it's
one's
really
the
awesome.
evil, red-headed demon woman in your life who outed
My
the
mother.
Yeah, same here. I'm sorry you're going through that.
But yeah, no.
You know, if you ever want to pool money together with somebody to get a place somewhere in Europe, I'm probably gonna fuck off to Germany. So you know.
I don't speak German.
Well, you can
Actually, I
learn.
speak a bit of German.
You're young.
I really liked when they were trying to find like a place to go. You know, at the very beginning, where they're like, we gotta find like a town spot, and then the Welsh guy goes and these are the coal fields. Oh no! So he shows them a map, and one of the English guys go like, "Oh wow, the coal fields down here," and he goes like, "There's the Brecon Beacons." I thought that was really good. I really liked that one. The Brecon Beacons is like a mountain range.
Yeah.
Very green. Not a lot of coal. It's yeah.
I liked the cliff. He's a lion and he's gay. He's a lion and he's an old Welsh man. All of the like the gay supporting Welsh people in the Union are fucking lions. I love them. It's a lion culture. I respect the Welsh as much as I respect the Irish. As a Scottish person, I'm a Scottish Jew, by the way, which is crazy. That's crazy that exists. That's fucked up. It's embarrassing. What are we doing, guys? Come on.
I also really liked when what's his name? Was his name like Di? The
DEI hire. His name was DEI.
His name's Di.
DEI, yeah.
Di. DAI.
DEI. Oh, that's nice.
And bleep both of those out.
Sure thing.
But when he went to like the gay club and they were like asking him like how it was, and he's like, "Oh yeah, but it's a bit expensive." Like that was so peak because that's just like something everyone says.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. There's just like there's so many like little bits that like are just so like accurate to Wales that I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Even like the names as well, like Shan, Di. I think was that like a Rodri in there? And it was just like really good.
Stranger. Is Kite a Welsh name?
No, but the national bird of Wales is the red kite.
That's so cute. I really like that. I'm glad that I know that about you. It's really sweet. But
in Welsh it'd be Coch Barcud, I think.
Well, you are a cock bastard, so I guess that has
No,
to...
koch.
Koch.
No. It's less of a and more of a
Tibernick. Sorry. Sorry, my French rage came out. It's fucked up.
Also when they're like, I know so, that's peak. I don't know if you've seen like it's just so good. This is something
I
people
was
like.
watching it with my friend. I'm like, this reminds me of Kite.
It's like, I don't think so. I know so.
My favorite bit was you can bring all the gays and lesbians you want around here, but a northerner.
I don't know what that accent was, but that one was really good.
I could not.
Yeah, because where's he
do a
from?
Welsh accent.
He's from like Rill, I think. Which, to be fair, it's a shithole. I don't know. They lived in like, where was it again? I swear it's in like Merthyr. Yeah, I think it's saying like Merthyr Tydfil, which is like, yeah, it's a bit of a shithole.
Yeah.
But even like smaller stuff, like when they're looking at the wallpaper in like the London house, and they're like, oh, I think it's Laura Ashley, and it's like, yeah, that's peak, because Laura Ashley is like only really famous in like Wales for being a designer.
That's funny.
It's like good. And even stuff like just like shouts of like the River Severn, like shout the River Severn. It's like peak. Yeah, I don't know.
I gotta find a movie that takes place where I'm from, like Buffalo, New York area, and we'll watch that together so I can similarly soy out.
Yeah, I was soying out quite a lot in this film.
Yeah, I was soying out on your behalf. I don't know. I like learning about the cultures that my friends come from.
It's like
a positive way, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think it's good to focus on like these happy aspects, like rather than like with my Irish friends. A lot of the time, it's like, oh, the troubles, and with me, it's like, oh, the Shoah. You know, it's there are these like cultural touchstones which are like have their roots in pain. Whereas even though a lot of this union struggle was painful and lost, it's still a very happy story and quite a nice way to start off my Pride Month. It made me very excited to march in Pride this year. You know.
Other stuff I liked. The clothing is like so fucking accurate. And also like, I mean,
the older men are dressed really well.
Yeah, that's kind of how people dress. And like the stuff like going to like the village hall and stuff. And like having like a really fucked up like central committee that's like really split on stuff. Like it's just like these like small village things that are just like so well like conveyed from real life onto the film.
I think it's
that is
very, very endearing. That the sort of community aspect. As someone from like a bigger city, by New York standards, obviously it's like a medium-sized city, but everywhere else it would be considered like quite a big city. I thought that it was all very endearing. It's shot a bit generically. The score I didn't like. A lot of the plot aspects I didn't really like. What did you think about the stupid femoids?
Oh, like the woman's sect?
Yeah.
I think they were like trying to say something, but the woman was like white with dreads, and it sort of undermined everything she was like trying to like argue for.
Yeah,
I couldn't take it seriously.
The fact that she said that there's no democratic process.
Oh yeah.
This is good. We don't want a democratic process. We want an organic process. I don't know. I thought it was anti like women's group split and like we need class solidarity. From my understanding, except then it ends off with like the Labor Party codified gay and lesbian rights into their manifesto.
Yeah,
I wanted to spit at my television screen.
Yeah, I didn't really know why they brought that stuff in. I guess maybe because, you know, based on a true story, they sort of had to like add it in, but it doesn't add much to the plot. But then it'd be kind of like erasing that sect of history, you know.
But like the shit that I hate is when they make a story about civil rights, and it's like when it's things like an ongoing apartheid and ongoing oppression. I don't like it when they tell a black story about civil rights and then they talk about the fact that Obama got elected. The same way that I don't like they made gay marriage legal. It's like, yeah, it's good for gay people, but it's bigger than gay people. It's about queer people. It's about queer liberation.
Yeah.
It's about erasing, if like at its core, it's about erasing these social categories of queer and these social categories of black. So you're just a man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Or non-binary. Sorry. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Do you have any parts that you disliked?
No, but I just thought of another part that I thought was really good.
The dance scene?
Nah. When they're doing the concert fundraising and they go to the label and they've like, we've got no like gay singers here, and they're like, all right, and then as they leave, one of the guys from the movement like writes down the number of their thing, and it's like, you never know, someone might need it, and then it zooms out and he's written it underneath like an Elton John poster. I thought that was kind of funny.
That was a good sight gag,
yeah. When I watched that in history class, it got a few chuckles.
Oh, you watched it in your history. Was that uni or was that in
Oh god, they would not let us watch a film at uni. No, this was like last day of college before summer. Year one, so you didn't have like exams and shit. It was just to like show up and we'll
You went to a woke college?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
Are they woke in Wales? I guess it depends on where you are first.
Yeah, it really depends. If you're in like Cardiff or Aber, yeah, they've got a pretty high density of gay people. But mostly it's, I don't know, it's really difficult to pin because Wales have had like, basically since Wales were allowed to vote on who runs their own country, Labour have won every single year. It's a complete democratic phenomenon in the way that we basically have a one-party state, but that's just because one party keeps winning and they don't stop winning.
It's like Syria.
Maybe. And so that would like indicate that a lot of people are more like forwards thinking and woke, but really it's just that
unions, right?
Yeah, Wales is still super wrapped up in like class politics, and above everything it's class which mostly drives people into politics here, rather than like, you wouldn't get like a, I mean, unless you're in Cardiff or Aber, really, you wouldn't get like a trans march, but you'll get like a workers thing going on. So it's like I would say it's a difficult one to ping. There are areas of the country that are like very conservative,
well, I mean,
still vote Labour because we're still wrapped up in, sorry,
that's like a lot of areas of Ireland, right?
Yeah. And it dates back like really, really far into like Welsh history. There was like a term that I've forgotten, but it basically means like the classless nation. And it's like you can even like observe it now with like polling and stuff on like surveys, where pretty much everyone in Wales identifies as working class, even if they're making more money than someone in England who identifies themselves as middle class, but they would still identify themselves as working class because
they're class conscious.
Yeah, well, I mean that, but also because the history of Wales sort of has predetermined a lot of people's views on which they don't see themselves as being able to, I don't know, socially climb or be like, I guess, free, whilst Wales is still under the rule of like Westminster and shit like that.
Well, yeah, that goes for a lot of oppressed groups, you know, where it's just like I can't climb until the boot of an oppressor nation gets all off my neck, right?
Yeah, and I'm not trying to claim that like Wales is like deeply oppressed, and I don't know, oppressed as like other groups currently, well, but it's still like it's still not like, I don't know, man.
No,
It's
except here's the thing. Here's the thing. People that are gonna get annoyed at you for that are Americans who don't know what the fuck is going on.
yeah, and
Right.
like Maoists, I guess.
Yeah, because they're just gonna say, "Oh, you're white," and then wipe their hands clean. It's like, no, that's not. That's not the way it's seen in the UK. It's
Yeah,
just like the most anti-American people you'll ever see are trapped in this American view of race. Is just this unmoving, solid, almost scientific thing where the white man is the oppressor and anyone who isn't white is the oppressed. Despite how incoherent that is, I mean, you look you look and see what's going on in the Congo, right? You know, is it in the Congo, the Rapid Support Forces and all that?
I'm not too caught up.
Okay,
Possibly though.
we're gonna cut that. Maybe we'll cut that. I don't know, but I don't know. It's such a nationalistic outlook.
Yeah, and I think the issue I have talking about it with like a lot of people is I feel because like I can understand that the Welsh struggle is not as great or dire as like the Palestinian struggle, for like a radical example, doesn't mean that it's like not a struggle, right? Like it's, I don't know, I feel like it's all or nothing with like a lot of people where
Well, yeah.
it
Well, I mean, and what's stupid is that you can make the argument to like black people say, "Oh, well, you don't have it as bad as a Palestinian." Like,
yeah, right, and
sure,
it's
that's
like,
true. They're not facing an act of genocide, but that doesn't mean that it's not a de facto apartheid in the United States.
yeah, I know.
It's yeah, it's a really childish and narrow-sighted view. Because I feel like a lot of this quote unquote anti-imperialism we hear about is taking the logic of imperialism and these imperialist ideologies and just reversing them.
Mm.
You know, or sometimes taking them at their word that the oppressions of the subjected peoples within the United Kingdom are over. And it's not like we're making the argument that class oppression goes away when these states are when these national oppressions are erased, and that communism should wait for the end of national oppression. Rather, the end of these national oppressions will come through the communist movement, right?
Mhm.
But people are very, very stupid. I do want to make the argument. No, I'm not making. A lot of people get caught up on this stupid shit. Like, no, I'm not making the argument that there's like any sort of discrimination systemically against like these people in the United States, which is some weird thing that people get caught up on. They'll never understand. I don't know. It deeply frustrates me.
Yeah.
Very deeply frustrates me.
Oh, hold on. Do you remember I was telling you about like the fire bombings?
Sure.
This is ignore like the Save Europa music, but
Yeah.
this is basically how many were going on. But wait for the kicker. It gets so much better. Look at these, like 29 outside of Wales, like actual like
Nice.
expansion. It's so good. I think the ones like outside of Wales are, like my favorite because well, you do know that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's based. Beautiful. Nuke Europa. Nuke England. Nuke Israel. The international proletariat demands a nuked Europa. The international proletariat demands a nuked Tel Aviv. The international proletariat demands a nuked England.
The working men do have a country, and it's called Wales.
Yes, it's true. I really hope I'm able to visit in come fall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'll be
Fall?
nice.
What?
Fall.
Autumn?
Autumn. Yes.
Yeah.
We say fall here in Maryland. Also, I want to show you a snack that I ate. You want to talk about cultural exchange?
Mm-hmm.
You want to see some real upstate New York shit?
Yeah.
This is a late night snack that I made. Let me find it. Yeah. I'd like to see you decipher it.
Is that pop? Is that popcorn? What?
No?
Is that macaroni
Yeah.
and like mayonnaise and a yellow condiment?
It's mac salad, hot sauce, and mustard. Mustard with onion. How you feel about the hot sauce having beef in it?
What hot sauce having beef? What in the sauce?
Yeah, the brown stuff is called the hot sauce.
Surely the beef would go off if it was stuck in the sauce for like that long.
No, the hot sauce is made with the beef. It's like a chili type thing, but like just spicy. Not really like chili, but you know.
I know.
How you feel? How does it make you feel?
We don't really use hot sauce over here.
Do you feel confronted by all the bright colors going on there?
No.
Yeah.
The bright colors, what, yellow? The rest of it is like white.
Dude,
We have mustard in this country.
I do every now and then as a treat, just for myself and the audience, enjoy treating you like the English treat like natives of countries that they colonized, like some backwards savage, you know?
Here, check this shit out.
This is what where you can show me real
This
quality.
is like our national dish. This shit's so good.
Dude, you know what'd be fun?
What?
I'm applying for a press pass for TIFF. I doubt that you'd be able to go to Toronto International Film Festival, but the dream would be to be able to go to European film festivals together. That'd be so fucking sick. I'd love that. I really like spending time with you.
Same. I'm
Let's
throwing
take-
out gang signs right now.
Fuck yeah. Can you throw up
Tweaking. What race do you play in Skyrim?
black?
I like playing Khajiit and I
Yo,
have
you like
ears
playing
and a tail.
Chinese, bro.
The
Chill,
Khajiit are not
vibes
Chinese.
only. No, I'm saying that you probably like playing as a Chinese guy.
I play as the Khajiit.
I don't think that you could call them that anymore.
The Khajiit. Have you played Skyrim?
No. These
By
look
the
like
nine, I'm
delicious.
tweaking.
These look like a mix between latke and pancakes.
Well, I can
Are
tell
they-
you it's definitely not like a pancake.
Is it like latke?
I don't know what that is.
I want to cook food for you. That makes me really
Latke?
happy. Latke.
Latka.
Latke.
Oh wait, no, I've had these. Yeah, no, I've had one of
'Cause
these
we
before.
probably- we
No,
probably
it's
stole
you're
them from
completely off
something else.
base with like both of those guesses.
What is this in the center? Is this some sort of berry that you get from one of your native bushes?
It's a raisin.
What is that? Some sort of is this a item of religious significance?
A raisin?
Yes, a raisin, of course.
You know what a raisin is. I'm not playing this game.
I know, I'm fucking with you. Is this like a biscuit type thing? In the
No.
American sense of a biscuit, not in the.
I don't know what the fucking American biscuit. What is a biscuit in the American sense?
Is that a little bit of butter on that thing? You shit! I tell you what.
What is an American biscuit?
American biscuit? Oh shit! You're going down Polynese restaurant in South Carolina?
That's not a biscuit. What is that? Is that just like
No, shit. Yeah, shit, cat. You're going to Polynese restaurant in South Carolina?
Welsh cakes, also bakestones or picks, are a traditional sweet bread in Wales. The cakes are also known as griddle cakes or bakestones.
I'd love to have the. Is this a morning thing to have with your tea?
You can have them any fucking time you want. They're so good.
Oh shit! Anytime.
Welsh cakes are made flour, butter, lard, currants, eggs, milk, spices such as cinnamon and nutmeg.
Okay, I'll raise you. I'll raise you another contribution of my area.
Put a little bit of caster sugar on those things. Oh,
Okay, you
so
want to see?
good.
You want to see my area's big dish? Bell?
Yeah. I'll bring you another one actually.
Okay, let me pull this up. I don't know if you've heard of this before, but let's just say it's a bit of a cultural contribution to the whole world, actually.
What, chicken?
Buffalo chicken wings, baby.
What makes them buffalo?
What makes them buffalo? The sauce, dude.
What's the sauce?
Frank's Red Hot butter and a little bit of something else. You're in business. Duff's Chicken
this
Wings
is-
in Buffalo, New York, baby.
this
they
is,
made the chicken wing. We invented the buffalo chicken wing with the blue cheese, a little bit of celery. Shit.
This is similar. That's like our cultural sauce.
Is this like
Oh,
poutine?
dude, that shit's
Like
so good.
poutine. I'm Quebecois, well, Acadian, Madagascan on my mom's side. They have poutine, which is like the fries with the cheese curds and the gravy.
Nah, dude, that's curry sauce.
Oh shit!
Ah, dude, it's so good.
And those are chips or fries? Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like fish shop chips with curry sauce. Oh my lord, it's
Dude,
so good.
that looks orgasmic. Here's
It
another one.
was so good because I went to a English high school, but there's still quite a lot of Welsh kids there, and when we'd have like chips on a Friday, you could always like point out which ones are the Welsh ones because some of them had like people had like curry sauce on their
Yeah,
chips.
I'm not a big ketchup on fries head. I like buffalo sauce. That you know what that is?
Oh, dude, I'm like reminiscing. Sorry, curry sauce on chips. I've not had that in so long.
I'll have it. I'll have it with you. I'm out there.
It's like ketchup, a yellow condiment. Is that why is your food so indescribable?
Because that's a fucking garbage plate, baby. Nick Tahoe's, baby. Rochester, New York, invented the garbage plate. Guy showed up. He said, I'll take a plate, put all the garbage on it. And that's how the garbage plate was born. It's home fries, mac salad, 2 burgers, cheese, the hot sauce from earlier, yellow mustard, ketchup if you're disgusting, and chopped onion.
I feel like that would put you in an early grave if I'm being honest.
Oh, dude, you have no fucking idea. We're also big on fish and chips here. We call it fish fry, but
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo area loves that. Um, what else? What else are we known across the world for? Frank's Red Hot we're known for, and we're known for Zweigels, white hot dogs. You know, you ever have a white hot?
I don't know any of these things you're saying.
A white hot? You know, like a white hot?
A white hot?
Yeah, skinless whites.
I've never heard of this.
Check out this pack of skinless whites I got.
Oh.
It's got no nitrates.
We're also big in Barra Brief. I'm not a big fan, but it's
It looks like some sort of pound cake type situation.
yeah, kinda. But it's like bread.
It's like Easter bread.
Easter bread?
Easter bread. Your Easter bread's awesome. Do you have bread there?
We have bread.
Have you invented agriculture?
Yeah, we're a deeply agricultural nation.
That's really impressive. How'd you manage that?
I'm not even joking. If I step outside my house, I may.
I know you live in a field.
Yeah, I'm right next to 2 farms.
Deep Kite Unijoy lore. The reason that she has to pirate every fucking movie we watch is because she lives in the middle of a field. Her closest neighbor is a sheep.
Unironically, though.
That's not even a joke. I'm not even like,
Yeah.
trying to take the piss. That's just real. I think it's beautiful. I don't want to visit your demon mom, but like I'd be excited.
Nah,
to visit Will.
she's chill.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she's quite a nice person.
Oh, that's good. Oh, because you said that your redheaded demon Welsh woman was your mother. I assumed your mom was Fred's mother.
In the context of that.
Oh, is
Yeah,
your
she
mom?
is.
Oh, well,
But
why
she's
would I
like she's like chill though.
why would I want to meet a transphobic person?
I mean, not to all of them.
Oh, to me, because I'm
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Okay, well, happy Pride Month. What would you rate Pride? 15.
I'd give it like an 11, I think.
I was also thinking 11. That puts a. What's 9 plus 11? 22 out of
You are
30.
unintelligent.
You are unintelligent. No, I am not. What is 9 plus 10? 21, of course.
What is the quantity of 9 added to 10? 21. You are
21.
unintelligent.
That ties it with House or Houseu 1977. I'm Still Here and Duel. Have you seen any of those?
Nope.
I'm making the executive decision that it is better than Duel, worse than I'm Still Here from last year. Let me know if you want to record the Dark Souls this week.
Yeah, I'm so booked up with work currently.
I know. I'm sorry. Comments.
Penthouse.
Comment Penthouse. We asked you to leave a question. Also, we rebranded our YouTube account to be DEI now for Pride Month because
Well
I
done.
thought it'd be funny. Yeah. Thank you. I thought it's a good bit.
I didn't.
Well, you're a cis woman. Why would you?
Allyship.
That's true. Turkey or ham? Turkey
Ham.
sucks, dude. Like turkey is
When
just
does
like the worst
anyone
chicken.
when does anyone eat
Thanksgiving.
turkey? Maybe
Thanksgiving, like that's
Christmas,
clearly
but
it.
everyone just
Yeah.
eats ham on
Well,
Christmas.
yeah,
Sorry,
like
chicken on Christmas.
for Christmas, I'd rather have like a quail or a duck, or like I don't know something more. I don't know.
But if we're
Turkey sucks.
thinking,
It's dry.
if we're thinking ham, right? You got so much to do with ham. Like
Oh
you
yeah.
got sausages, you got
Mhm.
sliced ham, you got like the salty, fucking like big chunks of ham.
Yeah.
What
I
does
think
turkey got?
turkey is like dry, disgusting turkey burger
Yeah,
sawdust.
it's
Sawdust. Wishing that you were eating chicken instead. Being worse than chicken. Wishing I was having goose, quail, or a duck instead.
mm,
You know? Like, it's just the worst game bird, which sucks because I don't know why it's adopted as, like, our second bird of choice in the US. When, like, quail, duck, and we have a large domestic duck population. Quail, duck, goose. These are all better options, man.
what's the best meat you've ever eaten?
Um, a dish that I've made, actually.
Mm,
I'm a bit of a cook. La poulet à la douce de Bourguignon.
You ever
La
had
poulet
rhino?
sauté à la douce de Bourguignon. I've never had ground. Did you have that in Africa?
Yeah, it's like one of the endangered ones as well. It's like crazy. There's like 50 of these left, so we like killed one.
No,
Eat.
there
I
are
was
only
like, fuck yeah,
50
dude.
rhinos left, and you are going to eat one.
Yeah, it was kind of awesome actually. I like
That's
put some of them in the bin as well, just so I wasted a bit.
you're that's awesome. But yeah, I love chicken. But I've had some weird meat. I like octopus. I eat a lot of fish. I've had alligator. Yeah. Would you eat fucking bull testicles with me?
No,
No. Not even like for a bit like on camera.
no,
Like to be just like soy out on camera.
no. I'm
We
really like
sucked off a cow. We're doing
I'm
$10 cow penis versus $1 million cow penis.
yeah, I'm really strict with my food, and bull testicles is not something I'm putting in my mouth.
Mr. Beast $10 dildo versus $1 million sex machine. Have you ever seen those sex machines?
But the ones that are like a piston from Minecraft.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, there's some that are like tens of thousands of dollars. Dude, this is like and half of them just look like guns, you know? Let me show you this.
Should I just pay a hooker at that point? If you're spending tens of thousands on a sex machine, just pay like a prostitute.
Okay, like I want you genuinely. This one's self-explanatory. It's like a gun, right? A gun that
Yeah.
like shooting. This one, what are the what are the mechanics of this?
Holy, that's crazy. What the fuck?
I know, like they're
That looks like a
like
saw trap.
I know they all do. Like
What's the
here's one. This looks like industrial equipment. It's called, you know what it's called?
what?
The Rough Beast.
Oh. Yeah, nah, not sure about that. Wait, was that a question? Someone asked $1 sex toy or
No, that was just a thought that I had. Oh no, I opened it on Amazon now. We get fucking ads for that. Fuck. How did you get into communism?
You wanna go first?
Um, so I liked Bernie in 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is a good working class person would. I mean, I was like 11, so like I just knew I knew that like, yeah, you shouldn't have to pay a bunch of money out of your pocket for medicine or whatever. And then I went to like high school, like believing that that was socialism and like being just like a tacit DSA head. I met a group of friends. This is so cringe through the debate club. It was like our school's like gay friend group. I said, yeah, I love socialism. Like, we need a little bit of socialism and we need a little bit of capitalism. They're like, you are a black man. I was like, this perplexes me. No, they're like, that's not right. and I read Marx, and I was like, this is a very sound understanding of history, and that conceptualization. I just kept reading and reading. Like I've always read a lot. To be very stereotypical, my parents always put a ton of emphasis on reading and education. Um, they always pester me of like, what book are you reading? Like every time I read a book, they would make sure they started up another one. And it would be like a challenge for me, which is something I think is a great thing. I've always had a big emphasis on literacy. Um, as somebody who's seen like the worst depravities and excesses of capitalism, as someone who's well as bad as you can get in America anyway, who's seen that, who's lived a lot of the nastiest aspects of it. It was sort of an inevitability that I would turn towards looking for a brighter way. That's in my own interest as a working class person, right? How about you, Kat?
Um, well, I don't know. It was sort of just like lived experience, I guess, of just being like, wow, this shit sucks. We probably shouldn't do this anymore. There's something deeply wrong with the system. And then I was like 30 and I read Marx and I was like, all right, well, this is like my personality for the next 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like,
Well,
I
I
know,
mean,
it's like red Marx, I guess.
yeah.
I've got a much
Hi.
more interesting story about how I came to realizing that democracy was awful.
How'd you come to the understanding of the organic process and the invariant movement?
So it was 2015. I was 9 years old. And in primary school, which is
Oh, I'm a year older.
kindergarten.
Yeah, der Kindergarten in the
Yeah.
United States, yeah.
And we were learning about the election, and then we did a mock election. I was
Sure.
told by someone that the Lib Dems were the best. And then I was like, guys, we should probably vote Lib Dem. And everyone's like, I'm going to vote Conservative because I like blue. And then it was at that moment I was like, God, yeah, democracy is power of the people, for the people, by the people. But the problem is the people are retarded.
This is true. No, the reason I came to be against democracy is I was part of an organization where all that we did was vote on things, and we did nothing but vote on like the minutia of our party program.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say what it was because it was a smaller org, but like it went nowhere. But yeah, that was something.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like against democracy, like flat out, but like I don't know.
Well, no, I'm against a fetishization of the democratic process. Like I think it's a fine process under certain circumstances. I mean, Bordiga's written on this here audiobooks channel that we run with the Solar Collective. Hi and happy Pride Month. Pride flag, tranny flag. What are some of the earliest moments of gay, trans joy for you? Mine was getting she heard for the first time, unprompted.
Trans joy?
Trans joy, more like trans suffering.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this shit meant to feel good?
No, for like, okay. I guess I like the question because most of what I tend to think about is like the earliest moments of dysphoria, right? Or it's like this was I felt like shit here, I felt like shit there, etc., etc., etc.
I don't know if I feel much trans joy.
I
guess being Dark Souls is pretty awesome, and I was
guess
trans when I beat Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe when I played Dark Souls.
I was pretty happy when I ate a girl's pussy in the car after coming out to her as trans, listening to Scott Pilgrim ruined an entire generation of women at 18.
At 18? Is that real or is that a bit?
I was 17.
Okay, that's a lot better. Jesus
Why didn't
Christ.
I lose my virginity then?
No, I'm talking about the music choice.
It was funny, okay? It was cute. But it was senior year of high school.
From a movie made in Peterwood.
What was that?
It's one of the lyrics in the song.
No, it was funny. It was her. We thought it was like a funny thing at the time.
Bad to you, man.
Yeah, that's a moment of trans joy. What are some of your favorite philosophers? No Marx.
Am I going first?
Yeah, you're going. Yeah, you have more to say.
Yeah, I like I like Nietzsche. I guess I like Sartre, although he's not very good. Beauvoir, Descartes, I quite like. Obviously, the hell of trying to read through Hegel has made me like him a bit.
Same here.
God, I'm not looking at my books. I forget what I even fucking read now that I'm being put on the spot.
I'll speak for you. I'm getting into Epicurean philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know how Marx is like
Plato.
yeah.
I forgot
First
Plato.
thesis was on Epicurus. I like the Republic. I mean, Marxism has its bases in a criticism of Plato. That's some deep Marxology shit that you wouldn't know about. You thought it was Hegel, bitch? Nah, no, 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 no,
Thomas
no, no,
Hobbes.
no. I like Hegel. I like Nietzsche. I like Epicurean philosophy. I like Foucault. People like to talk.
Kierkegaard.
Yeah. Some of Kant is fine. Descartes is fine.
I'm missing
I like
someone, but I
Abigail
can't.
Thorne.
I can tell that I'm missing someone, but their name isn't like coming to my head.
Philosophy cock, Jonas Chechia.
I think it might be gone. I think I lost them.
Was it gonna be another like existentialist or?
No, probably not. You know when you feel like you're missing someone.
That's how I feel all the time.
All right. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna go stare at my bookshelf.
Okay. We'll come back to this kite staring hour.
I took all my books to uni. You can't even. They were in like a box somewhere. I didn't remember.
Damn.
We
do have a caller. We're gonna bring out a caller. Pink Marshmallow Death again.
Again.
You're back on the show. What do you want?
Muted.
Muted. BRG's #1 fan. You're on the show.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello to all.
Happy Pride Month, you straight ass white boy. What's up? What's happening?
I'm not straight.
I don't know.
You biphobic. All right.
Fuck! I got out as biphobic again. This keeps happening. I keep calling like bi people straight. Like biphobic. How am I supposed to know? Happy Pride.
Exactly. You're supposed to use telekinesis, not telekinesis, telepathy to know.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. I have two things here. One, if you had unlimited funds, unlimited materials, any actor you want, how would both of you organize a cinematic universe?
I wouldn't organize a cinematic universe. I would create a biopic on the history of the Italian communist left.
A cinematic universe. Wait, what do you mean by like organized? Like films you'd make?
How would you plan out a cinematic universe? What would you make it about? Who is the actors involved?
I think that a cinematic universe is a notion that I quite dislike. Like I don't know. Like most cinematic universes don't exist out of a desire to tell a lot of great stories, but rather several bland ones building off of like one really good story that they made. Like I mean, look at Star Wars with Empire Strikes Back. I mean, it's kind of a non-answer, but like it would have to be based on a pre-existing work. Like I think that you could do a lot.
Wait, you could revive the Dark Universe revival. Yeah. Remember that's a one movie cinematic universe.
I'd make a He-Man movie where He-Man is gay and He-Man fucks the Skeletor until he like before he's a skeleton, and he like makes him into such a braggy bottom that Skeletor stops eating and then he becomes a skeleton like Auschwitz, and that's his origin story because he got an eating disorder from gay bottoming.
I think I would make films based on my tabletop role-playing game.
What's your game of choice?
Oh, wait, it's mine. I made one because I didn't want to learn the rules of D&D.
Can I play it with you?
Maybe.
That'd be a fun video.
It's still a work in progress.
How does your game work?
What do you mean? You like play it?
Well, like what's the lore and what are the rules?
Oh, on a Google document.
What's your next question? BRG's number one defender.
All right. Well, this isn't actually a question. I'd like to make amends for a horrific mistake I made last time I talked to you.
Play
I
the
said you
song
were.
music.
I said you were Jewish by faith when you weren't. That wasn't what I meant. I fucked up. I meant you were more culturally involved. Would that be accurate to say?
I don't know what that means, man. I'm just from New York. We just kind of are act Jewy.
Okay. I mean, all right. Either way, I had a Joe Biden, but to make amends for that mistake I made, I'd like to show you the funniest and most outlandish piece of anti-Semitism I have ever read. I want your take on it.
I really love my fans, dude. It's really great. All of the wonderful people that come together and congregate to support this show. I do a call-in segment. They're like, "Hey, Big Fat, can I call you a racial slur?"
Well, that's
Okay,
not
yeah.
what I'm gonna
Okay,
do.
no, call
We
me.
can all make fun of it together. We can all make fun
Wait,
of it together. That's
no.
the
You would say
cultural
to a
share.
black person, we can all make fun of black people together because they make black jokes. That's not how this fucking works. Okay, but show me.
So I found this Rudy Giuliani quote. I don't know if you already know about this or not, but Rudy Giuliani, Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer,
That's a
he
good
said
one.
this. He said this in 2023. Jews want to go through their friggin' Passover all the time. Man, oh man. Get over the Passover. It was 3,000 years ago. The Red Sea parted. Big deal. Moses did it. It happens all the time.
That's not anti-Semitic. That's a banger. That's why I voted for him. I want him to be mayor again.
Well, it's a weird kind of anti-Semitism because he's
No, it's
giving
not.
a
It's
partition that
truth.
he believes Moses parted the sea, but it's not a big deal. Why does everyone think it's a big deal?
No,
It
this is
happens all the time.
it's
I did it myself.
see, this is called the invariant line. Okay, it goes from Marx to Engels to Lenin to Rosa Luxemburg.
It doesn't go to Engels.
Oh, are you one of those anti-dialectics of nature people?
It doesn't go to Engels.
Dude, you took the Twitter user pill.
The Twitter user pill?
Yeah,
There's
Twitter.
people on Twitter who don't like Engels?
Yeah, left. It's a certain guy.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
It's some communizer bullshit that I don't respect.
It doesn't go to Engels, though.
It does go Engels. Oh no! What's your criticism of Engels?
Dialectics of Nature is a bad book.
It's not as expanded on as what Marx says, but it's not any different than what Marx said. It's just a less refined version of that. I need to get next to yell at you over this.
All right. Yeah, that's all I had to share. That was I actually laughed my ass off when I read that, and I was like, "Fuck! Somebody's got to know this. This has to be preserved by humanity."
Anything you want to tell the people at home? Okay.
Wonderful. Do we got more questions?
Yep. What call in?
It happens all the time. I like that. I thought that's funny.
Yeah. What's your favorite city you've been to? Paris or Barcelona, maybe. And then third would probably be Old Quebec.
Rotterdam was pretty awesome. So was Krakow. And maybe San Francisco.
Yeah, I'll be in San Fran next month.
Oh, it's really awesome
though. Yeah. We will have to do a double week soon.
Mm-hmm.
Any video game recommendations? Gran Turismo 4 A-Spec. It's a good mod for GT4.
Rain World, Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls Scholar of the First Sin, Dark Souls 3, Signalis, Outer Wilds, Barotrauma if you have friends, Zomboid if you have friends, Cruelty Squad, Fear and Hunger Termina, Celeste, Portal 2, Purgatory, spelled with 2 R's, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch, Night in the Woods, Doki Doki Literature Club. Mouthwashing.
Are you reading your Steam library?
One Shot. Life is Strange.
No. I have to draw the line somewhere.
Milk. Inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk. And milk
I've heard
outside
good
a bag
things.
of milk, outside a bag of milk.
I haven't heard about that one.
Yuminiki. Yeah, those are my recommendations.
Yeah, anyway, if you're still listening, subscribe and donate to the charities linked below. Especially the Welsh one, so that Kite gets help.
Boop boop.
She's retarded. She needs help. Please, give money to help this retarded trans child.
Are you a juggalo?
Dude, it's always
Boop,
sounded like a
boop.
racial slur. It's always sounded like a racial slur to me.
Juggalo?
Yeah, it sounds like, you know, it sounds like the J word. It
Do
sounds
you think
like,
you're more... Do you think you're more Shaggy 2 Dope? Or do you think you're more Violent J?
things are about to get violent, J. Okay? Top 5 trukes of all time. The Holocaust, it happened. Next up, which country do you think will be when the next revolution happens? Shut up. Why are you asking things like that? Shut up.
What country will the next revolution happen in?
The United States is called the Second American Revolution, and Donald Trump's doing it right now.
Probably... What revolution, though?
It's a stupid
A
question.
communist
Yeah,
revolution?
some commie LARP shit. Whenever the proletariat stops oppressing itself, I don't know.
Probably...
Our comment section.
Probably Papua New Guinea. Shout out to the Papua New Guinean?
The Guinean, yeah.
To the Papua New Guinean communists.
Aren't they like Maoists?
I don't know. Probably.
I think they're Maoists. It's not...
You might be thinking of the Philippines.
No, I'm pretty sure...
You
Well,
want to check?
they're undergoing a national struggle, like, with Indonesia, right? They're undergoing an ethnic cleansing campaign. Papua... No, New Guinea.
Well, they have their own gang of 4. Yeah, shout out to my Papua New Guinean Maoists. They'll be leading the revolution.
Well, it's mostly the West Papua National Liberation Army, which is just like a nationalist group.
And they might be doing revolution next.
Okay, I guess. Yeah, sure. That's a good guess.
What was your guess?
Yeah, my guess was shut up. I told them shut up. That was mean. I'm sorry.
Or maybe Mongolia.
If
Shout
you
out to my
could-
Mongolian
If you got into a fight
communists.
to the death in a brawl pit with another co-host or guest, who would you pick to fight and why? Well, as has already been established, Kite is 6'5". I would not fight Kite. I would fight Joku for the co-host thing. Except she would kill me, so I would just lose. So when it comes to guests, let me look.
Probably
look
Rose
for-
Media.
He's Latinx though. Have you ever considered that?
Yeah. But they're also a left-com YouTuber. Competition down. I'd probably take you and Rose Media out and then slip up all the views.
Yeah.
Money on my mind means I think with the money.
I guess actually Dan Schneider, because he's like 80 years old. Yeah, I'd fight Dan Schneider. Where are all my bitches at? Yeah, good question. Okay. Anyway, you have a movie to pick.
Of course.
You picked out a movie.
Yeah. Let me just check my notes.
We'll also be watching 2025's Final Destination, Bloodlines. Oh boy.
Blood.
Blood.
And my choice is The Wizard of Oz.
Which one?
The old one.
Is there a new one?
There's like Through the Looking Glass.
We could watch The
Actually,
Wizard
no.
of
Can
Oz.
we watch the?
from-
Can we watch? Has The
1982.
Shining been done? Has The Shining been done?
We have not done The Shining.
Can we watch The Shining? Keep it horror themed.
For I mean, or have you ever considered the 1982 Japanese The Wizard of Oz?
Let me have a look at that. What was it?
Yeah.
Japanese Wizard of Oz.
1982.
Japanese Wizard of Oz. This looks shit.
Yeah, it does look shit.
Can we do The Shining?
Yeah, we could do The Shining. Can we do The Shining as well? Also,
It's The Shining.
the Simpsons episode.
Oh. Go crazy. Don't mind if I do.
It's
from that one, isn't
Yeah, we'll do the Shining and the Shining and Final Destination Bloodlines.
Awesome.
Yeah. Are you
Oh, I've been recording
and I've been paused.
and
We're
posting.
Episode. Oh, also, I fucking forgot to say thank you to our wonderful, lovely, probably I don't know if you're lovely or not. You're my fucking friend, patrons, who I will list out special thanks to our $25 a month Big Cummer tiers. We'll sign a poster if you join that one. Aurelia and BRG's #1 defender. And thank you to our $8 a month Little Cummer tier, which that's the lowest paid tier that you can get to call into the show. Ember Timko. Oh yeah. I love money.
Na, 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 na.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
Scaredy cat. Yeah.